Hi everybody, Dana Sparks, broker of Maximum One Greater Atlanta Realtors, and this week's contract tip has to do with commission. How do you get paid? Well, let's start at the beginning. Where is commission even originated? Well, it originates from the seller of a property. The seller from the property contracts to pay the entire commission for the sale of that property and contracts with the listing broker on the listing agreement. So that's the contract where the money originates, where the commission originates from the public seller to pay the listing broker all of the commission. So how does a selling broker get paid? Well, in Georgia, we are a cooperative state, so typically the majority of properties are sold with two brokers, a listing broker and a selling broker. So the selling broker can know what to expect as a cooperative commission by what is marketed and advertised in the MLS system, because we are a cooperative state. So then, so that's what is advertised in the MLS system. So then it goes to closing. The seller pays the listing broker pays the selling broker, and all the commissions are broker commissions. So how do you as an agent get paid? Well, you as an agent, you get paid by virtue of what is in your independent contractor agreement with your own broker. It's all broker commission except for what you have agreed upon with your broker in your independent contractor agreement. So as you know, all the money is not yours. All the commission does not go directly to the agent. The brokers get some of the commission. The taxes go to some of the commission, and so forth and so on. But anyway, the point is, for you as an agent, what do you do? How do you confirm that you are going to get paid? Well, there is a document called the Instructions to Closing Attorney that does discuss the commission and the cooperation and the division of the commission. And although the MLS system does advertise what is a contract for the commission, you buyer's agents, y'all need to confirm that commission in writing with the listing broker. And you should complete these commission instructions. There is a document in both the GAR forms and the RE forms. So y'all should complete that and fill it out and send it over to the listing broker with the offer, so that then the listing broker can present the offer to the seller and the listing broker can sign the commission instructions with you. So let's back up a little more. So let me talk to you a little bit about the MLS. Seth Weissman in an article does specifically talk about the marketing of the offer of a co-op commission and how that does constitute a contract. He says, listing, Seth Weissman with Weissman, Nowak and Curry, closing attorney, does say listing a property in an MLS constitutes a contractual offer to cooperate with all members of the MLS and to pay them a specified commission if they are the procuring cause of sale. So that is a contract, but to not have it confirmed in writing with the listing broker, I don't know why, but it seems to be that the commission instructions seem to be an afterthought, or as opposed to selling agents completing those commission instructions and sending them along with the offer. So let's talk about what is in the MLS system. Well, number one, you should put VRC, variable rate commission. If a listing broker takes a commission and there is any chance at all that that commission that the seller has agreed to pay can vary based on any sort of circumstances, then it should be marked yes, that it is a variable rate commission. So that's just something to consider. But also, license law states that inducing any person to alter, modify, or change another licensee's fee or commission for real estate brokerage services without that licensee's prior written consent does constitute an unfair trade practice. And that is in OCGA 43-40-25B35. So regarding commission and what is advertised in the MLS system as the co-op commission. So the co-op commission that is offered in MLS to a selling broker, what if that's a mistake? So FMLS states that if the listing agent is made aware that the listing commission, the co-op commission offered to a selling broker as marked in the MLS system. Now, I have not confirmed with Georgia MLS, but I did confirm with FMLS. Basically, they say that if the listing broker is made aware that what is being advertised and marketed in FMLS is a mistake, the listing broker should go in and change it immediately. If, however, at closing or after closing, because commissions are not a reason to delay or hold up a closing, but after closing, if there is a dispute in the commission regarding what was marketed in FMLS and what was agreed upon to be paid to the selling broker from the listing broker, that is not an issue that FMLS gets involved in. That dispute would be handled through whatever venue. And as you all know, if you are a realtor, then commission disputes get handled through arbitration. Otherwise, it would be handled through litigation. Hopefully, before it ever gets to that, it gets handled between the two brokers and the agents involved. But FMLS does not, they're not in a position to solve any legal dispute over payment and commission as well. And the third thing is we see it widely right now in the listing services. A co-op commission is marketed or advertised in the listing service, and then in the private remarks, the listing broker will put something to the effect of a different commission will be paid to the selling broker should a certain other situation happen. For example, whomever shows the property or so forth or so on. FMLS again said they are not a legal entity to resolve any disputes over commissions regarding procuring cause of sale or anything as marketed or advertised in the listing service. So best case scenario, agents, when you, especially you buyer's agents, when you write an offer, complete those commission instructions and send those over with the offer so that there are no discrepancies or concerns or confusion about what the listing broker is paying the selling broker. That's number one. Number two, you listing agents, when your properties are listed in the listing services, make sure to go back and proofread everything, especially the co-op commission that is being offered and advertised in the MLS systems. Thirdly, back to you selling agents, when you make an offer on a property, go into the listing services and print out a copy of what is being shown and marketed through FMLS and Georgia MLS or whatever listing system you are finding the property. Go ahead and print it out then at that point in time. And back to listing agents again, make sure that whatever you are doing regarding what a seller has agreed to pay the listing broker in commission regarding varying it based on showing who shows the property or varying it based on certain circumstances, certain situations. Make sure that that is all delineated and outlined and agreed upon between the seller and the listing broker in the listing agreement. I am not an attorney, I am not a judge, but I would imagine that that signed listing agreement would potentially become very important regarding settling any commission disputes between brokers. I know as a broker, if it got to that point, that would definitely be something that the brokers will take a look at, is what the seller has agreed upon for commission in the listing agreement and any divisions or variations of that the seller and the listing broker agreed to. So bottom line is seller contracts for commission with the listing broker contracts to pay a commission to a selling broker by virtue of what is in the MLS system and those signed commission instructions. You as an agent You get paid by virtue of your independent contractor agreement with your own broker. Whether that information be typically it's in a combination of the independent contractor agreement and the policy manual of your firm. So just a quick tip, you guys make sure and fill out those forms in advance to confirm that you are what the commission division is for cooperating brokers for being the procuring cause of sale to close a transaction. Hope this helped. Thank you so much for watching. Again, Dana Sparks, broker of Maximum One Greater Atlanta Realtors, satisfying your needs with service, innovation, and education.